what, and so I kind of already have a sort of an idea, but what sorts of things kind of go under the radar when working towards a big dream, like playing professionally or even just to play college ball, you know?
I think the main thing that we did was the amount of training we did on our own and the amount of individual like workouts that we also did on our own. We weren't the type of players that would just wait until team training to train. So like after school, right before our team training, we would go there and we would train for like an hour and a half before every like DA practice. We would train by ourselves, and then afterwards like we would go straight to the gym and just work out. And that has just been going on for like years during our teenage years. And then that just ends up developing into good habits. If you want to reach the next level, you have to do work outside of team training. And I think that's overall just how we started to develop. And over time, your body just starts changing like into like a man. And so like it starts helping you that way too. But I think that was like the main thing that I saw.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I think also we would watch over our film. Like I think that's another way we improved throughout the years. Is after every game, we would go and watch it over and look at our mistakes and try to correct them. And we'd either correct them at training or correct them, by ourselves individually. With our dad. Our dad used to train us every single day, and he'd find flaws in our game, and we just work on it almost, I don't know, like day in and day out. And like even when we made it, we still kept those good habits. Still training on our own, finding time to do workouts on our own. Like right now, I still do 2 or 3 sessions a day. I'm like including team training. I'd go work out in the morning, train with the team, then get like another session in later. So I think, but like what Brian said, it just develops good habits and makes your body eventually gets used to all the training loads that you put on it.
Mm,
Um, when we usually do our individual training sessions, it's more when we were younger, like around your guys' age, it was all technical work, getting our ball control and everything like that. We'd work on things you wouldn't do at your team training. Team training, you would probably do a little bit of technical work and then just passing drills and then possession. But you don't really go into that small detail of things like the way you got to control a ball in a certain direction or a certain way you have to control a ball, with outside your foot or something like that, or even dribbling, working on certain moves. That's what we kind of did. And, you know, even today, it's just those little tweaks in our games that we would spend majority of our time at the field trying to correct, so the tactical part, I think you'll learn that from your coach and stuff, but the technical part, that's what you should be working on when you go and train by yourself.
And I think that for us, when we do like now, when we do train by ourselves, since like we are a lot older, we don't train for an hour 30 or 2 hours anymore. Like sometimes I will train for like an hour max or like 45 minutes just to stay sharp and just to make sure that my touches are sharp. So I would do a lot of like just dribbling around the cones, different variations, like Mike said, like working on different type of moves because those are things that you don't do in team training. And I would just work on a lot of like passing and receiving off the wall a lot because you guys don't know how effective using a wall is. Like, you get so many touches on the ball uh, in such a small amount of time. And as you guys get older, I think it's important for you guys to realize that you guys have to change the way you train. You can't just do these little cone drills, because in a game it's not like that's gonna happen. Like, the way you train individually, you guys need to understand that you guys have to train, like, do very like situational stuff, like based on your position, you're in the game and stuff like that. So that's what we started to do too, is that how often can our training sessions be game like how we play in a game, especially in our position.
So yeah, I think the biggest thing that to take from the biggest thing to take from that is as far as individual work, you know, most of the time, if not from the videos that I saw that you guys were posting on Facebook and stuff like that, I think for the most part it was primarily technical stuff. Sometimes the technical stuff involved like the type of position that you guys played, um, and because once you get to a certain level, like Mike said, you know, once you get to a certain level, the team trainings are more so maybe a bit of technical work, and then after that, it's a lot of tactical and possession and stuff like that. But because when you reach a certain level, a lot of coaches at that level they expect you to already know how to receive with your back foot, how to hit a pass with that weaker foot, and so or how to shoot with that weaker foot. You know, so they're already expecting you to already know how to do these certain things, and if you can't, well, then that's something you have to take initiative upon yourself to be able to do, to be able to work on those things yourself.
And I would like to add that, like, you guys will be surprised about how technical or not technical players are, even at the Division 1 level. Because when I did get to Green Bay and we did do passing drills, guys couldn't even control the ball. Some guys were missing passes, and I was so shocked, because I was just like, how are you guys doing this at this level? Like, you guys are Division 1 players, you guys are juniors and seniors, and you guys can't complete a pass. So I think that's the one thing that will make a player stand out, is how technical they are. And a lot of players that I played with or played against, like at the college level, some of guys don't even know how to take the ball off their chest. They're not comfortable with it. They're not comfortable using their weaker foot. And I'm just like, guys, like, if you guys want to play this game, you guys have to work on those weaknesses.